Welcome back everyone to another episode of Cooking with JJ. In last week's video, you saw that I made some tacos and brought them on my friend's boat to share with Cousin Yehuda for his birthday. And they were a big hit. And they're so simple to make. And I'm going to show you just how to make them in this very video. I'm really excited to get started. And of course, enjoy them again. So without further ado, let's head over to the kitchen and get cooking! Here we have our washed cabbage. I'm gonna get started on our coleslaw. Just gonna slice it thin. Thin but not too thin. Got some carrots here and just gonna shred them up. I'm just using a regular box grater here. Just mix these two together, carrots and cabbage. Just get some green onion sliced. Get our dressing going. I'm adding a tablespoon of raw sugar to start with. We'll add some white wine vinegar. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of red wine vinegar. A quarter cup of olive oil. Half a teaspoon of salt. Let our sugar and salt dissolve into our dressing. Get it in the salad, not on the stovetop. Okay, so we'll put our dressing in. Might have a little left over here. I'm gonna mix it up and taste test it. Quite important to give it a little taste so that you can adjust it as you need to. But once you let this sit for a while, all those beautiful flavors are gonna infuse with the cabbage, the carrot. Looks like we have sufficient coating here. Here's our jackfruit cans. We gave the jackfruit a good rinse since it was in the salt water brine, and it's ready to go. You might want to chop it up a little bit more just to make things easier. Now, these are already pretty small, but it's up to you. You can just make a few slices here and there. No need to go overboard. I'll just slice up some red onion as well. Got our garlic here, we're just gonna mince some up. Get some oil in the pan. And get some browning on these onions. Got a little browning on our onions, so I'll add in the jackfruit. cook it covered for a bit. Leave this for 5 minutes or so before we add our garlic. Now I'll add our garlic in. Add our veggie stock in the mix. And I did turn the heat to low, just so you know. You want to control the heat. Get our beautiful flavors infusing. We're just gonna let this soften up, so we're gonna cook it covered for about 10 minutes or so. We're gonna check on it though. Give it one more mix for good luck. One final mix around. So this broth is going to help to soften up the jackfruit. And I've preheated the oven to 425 Fahrenheit. So we're about halfway through the 10 minutes. Just gonna start mashing it up. A closer view here, so you can see stringy texture as we mash it. Our cook time is up, so we're gonna mix in our barbecue sauce. You wanna make sure it's fully coated, and I turned off the heat as well. This is a different barbecue sauce than what I used on the boat. The other one was quite simple. It was actually one I got for free. This one has a whiskey flavor to it, and more of a smoky flavor than the other one. So we got a total of a 3/4 cups worth of the sauce. Here's the sauce. When we use, we'll get our jackfruit, our barbecue coated jackfruit, on this baking sheet. And the intention behind putting it in the oven is to get a few crispy pieces. Of course, the parchment will avoid super big mess, or so we hope. Spread it all out. Feel free to coat it with a little oil here and there to encourage the crisping as well. And you can also set the oven to broil if you're getting a little on the impatient side. You don't want to overdo it with the oil though. And it's on the top rack in the oven. So we mixed our lime with our avocado, got a little bit of salt. We're microplaning some garlic into our soon-to-be guacamole. Just a couple of garlic cloves here. You might like to leave a few chunks in the mix, just for a nice little texture. This adds a nice additional texture. Feel free to add some more of the barbecue sauce. You can just brush it on, mix it in, whatever you're feeling. For tortillas, of course, you can fry them on either side, but if you just want to heat them up quickly without any fuss and you're on a boat, I ended up doing it this way. I'll show you. Of course, one can also heat them in the oven, just in foil, wrapped in foil. So you don't want them to get crispy. You want your tortillas to remain soft. Dampen some paper towel. So we'll lay one piece on the first tortilla, get the next tortilla, fold this one over, like so. Add our next tortilla. You don't want to heat too many up at once. Of course, on the boat, it wasn't quite as tidy. And I'm recording this part here, so. We'll put this in for up to a minute. Now it's time for the assembly, of course. Whee! Making a mess. A little of the salsa. Of course, you can add chilies. Enjoyed them on the boat, and I'll enjoy them here, of course. I'm going to put the sauce down for safety. Delicioso. So there you have it, everyone. You can see how simple it is to make these pulled jackfruit tacos. And remember, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little bell notification icon so you don't miss a single video. There's going to be a new video popping up every Monday at 12 noon Eastern, so you don't want to miss it. Until next time, this is JJ signing off, keeping things interesting in my kitchen and in yours. Buen provecho.